Hello, this is Prince of Somnia, and welcome back to more Let's Play Tales of Berseria. Last time, we heard tale of, I guess, traitor to the Sailors Guild, a guy named Dyle who became a demon. And in this episode, we're going to investigate a little bit about this Dyle by heading off to his home village.
What a beautiful ship.
Isn't she? She transports flamestone and sulfur to the capital in Midgand. Have you heard of flamestone? It's this new explosive material the Abbey developed. Thanks to their discovery, we can make some really powerful new cannons and explosives.
Explosives. Sounds dangerous.
It is dangerous, but it's also necessary. Not only are there demons about, but we've humans to contend with too, with pirates and bandits in ever-increasing numbers. On the bright side, with a higher demand for flamestone, Hellovis is prospering like never before. Flamestone is the only reason our little snowbound city is thriving. A keelhaul to anyone who says otherwise.
So this ship goes to the capital. If I asked, could you take us with you?
Nope, not happening. The guild ordered a total suspension of activity. We can't lift anchor. Besides, any ship carrying precious ores has an exorcist on board for security. You need the Abbey's permission.
Sounds like they keep a tight lid on things.
Yeah, I guess. But the Abbey makes the rules, so what are you gonna do? Without the Abbey, humanity would be dead in the water. A keelhaul to anyone that says otherwise.
Okay then. Now let's actually head on out for Dyle's village. I'll just cut out to when we get to the main area of Northgand. We're basically just backtracking. Actually, just to show this off, there's a bit of a shortcut that you can take going out of Hellovis from this direction. If you just climb up there, it'll plop you out over here near where all those exorcists are.
Nothing but ice and snow as far as the eye can see.
Are you cold?
I'm fine, but I'm not the one with the exposed midriff.
Doesn't bother me either. And watch where you let your eyes wander.
Hey there, sorry. I meant no offense. So you still retain feelings like shame then?
Wait, you don't?
Me? I've lost a lot of my human feelings. I figured that was just part of turning into a demon.
I didn't know that.
But deep down, I'm still the same person I always was. And I can still enjoy a good drink. I'm glad I haven't lost that at least.
If you say so.
So there we go. Now if I recall correctly, yes I did. Okay, I have everything set up correctly so I can show off how Rokuro works right now with a battle tutorial. So Rokuro's Break Soul is a little bit different, a lot bit different than Velvet's. Essentially the way it works is if you just hold the right trigger, if you time it well enough, then when an enemy hits you, then you can just counter their attack. Essentially. There you go. It's a little hard to get down, and it takes a while to get used to, which kind of makes Rokuro a more technical character, but outside of his Break Soul being a counter, his abilities all involve him being really, really quick on the battlefield, running around and kind of just hitting things. Do be advised, though, that if you break soul and nothing happens, you still lose a soul, so...
Just wait until I pull out the good stuff.
So, you gotta be a little careful about doing so. Furthermore, every time you use a break soul, you give a soul to whatever enemy you're targeting, essentially. So, if you do end up giving a soul to your opponent, then you could end up in a lot of pain from that, so watch out. Let's see. Yeah, you see there? It just gave him a soul. Now that's not necessarily a bad thing, because you can kind of use it to transfer souls between your party members if they can break the enemy, but it's not ideal either.
Come on, really?
But yeah, I'll play as Rokuro for a little bit. Generally speaking, there usually isn't that much of a reason to not use Velvet, so, but I just want to show off some new party members here since, you know, it would be fun. I hardly ever play as anyone other than Velvet in this game anyway, so giving someone else a chance is nice.
Better be ready.
Although that being said, I did play as Rokuro the second most. Let's see what his arts are set up as, actually. Let's see. So those buttons are all the same thing. He does have more than just that, though. He also has, well, Bone Breaker. But also Form 1 Fire Burst, which is his hidden art. It's basically, it forms a similar function as Searing Edge, but with a worse area of effect. Anyway, I'm walking up here because there's another one of these icons over here that we can
Look, there's something growing all the way out here. That is one gutsy flower.
It's a Princessia.
That's quite an elegant name.
My sister loved them.
I see. Thank you. And everybody's in position, I take it?
Yes. Preparations are underway now. We're all looking forward to it.
Not much longer. Keep up the good work.
Of course.
If anyone can succeed, it's you, sir.
The time is nigh, Celica. Time to do what needs to be done. For you, for him, for everyone. Is something the matter, Velvet?
Oh, no, I just didn't want to disturb you.
Perish the thought. You're not disturbing anyone. She's your sister, too.
I know, I just figured that, well, she loved you the most out of all of us. And that, you also loved her more than anyone else, so...
Velvet, there's no ranking among family. Celica, Laphicet, you. You're all very important to me.
Yeah, you're right.
It's almost the anniversary of her death. I better go to the Cape and pick her a Princessia.
That's a good idea. I'm sure that would make her happy.
Yes. I really hope it does.
That snake Artorias.
They say flowers have different meanings and stuff, right? Any idea what Princessias signify?
Betrayal.
Oh?
Now that's really edgy. Anyway, we could go north, but that's very clearly not where the plot's trying to direct us, so I won't bother. Oh, I timed that so wrong. Oh well. It works out anyway. Oh yeah, I don't think I mentioned this either, but another thing that kind of makes Rokuro unique is that a lot of his martial and hidden arts tend to move him and reposition him across the battlefield, which can be useful for stringing together really long combos, because even if you waste his Break Soul, it still lets you combo extend off of it, so... it's obviously better if you still hit it, since it leads to bigger combos, but yeah. Now I'm going to say this right off the bat, I am not what you would call good, so don't expect some super amazing combos or anything out of me. I mostly play Tales games like this casually.
Let's go ask around.
So, yeah.
Thank goodness I was here. But any further attacks and...
An exorcist. Was that Dyle she slew?
No, it wasn't a lizard demon. Are you crying?
It's just... everything that's going on. Demons run rampant in the Outlands, and yet the Abbey has explicitly chosen not to come to their aid. It's true we haven't the forces to be everywhere at once, and the people of the Outlands refuse to obey the Abbey's rules. It's a heartless decision, I know, but it follows from the Abbey's perfect logic and principle.
Why make excuses to me?
I'm not making... My name is Eleanor Hume. I am a praetor patrolling for the Abbey. What is your business here?
We heard there was a murderous demon in this town who fled from Helives.
The Shipping Guild incident, yes. I've been looking into it, but I haven't found any clues yet. Worry not. We will track down that foul demon and put it to the sword.
Did the exorcist lady go away?
Yeah, she's gone.
Oh, good. I didn't want us to get eaten.
Eaten?
I mean, I don't know anything about a demon.
It's fine, you can tell me. I'll keep it a secret, I promise.
There's a lizard demon in a cave to the north. He said he'd eat the whole village up if I told anyone. I'll give you these. Don't tell anybody, all right?
Got it. That's a promise.
A cave to the north.
Gotta say, the folks here really don't trust the exorcists, do they? This is actually rather good. What's wrong? A worm?
Nothing. Can't taste a thing.
Huh?
We learned what we need to. Let's look for that cave. That woman said she was patrolling for the Abbey. What's that mean exactly?
They're handpicked agents who travel the kingdom gauging the Abbey's success in the demon fight. They also make sure the other exorcists are conducting themselves properly. I suppose you could liken them to military police. Since the Abbey imposes so many rules on the populace, they want to show they're above board.
But if they need to police themselves, isn't that as good as announcing corruption in the ranks?
Some would say it's more honest this way. Idealism alone won't change the world. Maybe that's why our determined little exorcist was crying.
I bet you're right. That does fit the picture.
Although it's best not to take a woman's tears at face value.
Huh?
Just some common wisdom.
Okay, buddy. Okay. Anyway, I guess we got more yak nonsense.
Yak you got there? What an adorable face.
You might not want to lean in too close.
Why?
That is nasty!
That's why.
Yaks ruminate the food they eat while they digest it. Their burps are one of the foulest things you'll ever smell.
Same as cows and goats. Everyone who's raised livestock knows that.
I think that point's been driven home. That's a smell I never want to ruminate on myself.
I don't know why. Rokuro's voice in that moment just kind of got me a little bit. Let's see. Saffron over there. What? I don't actually know. What stat does that raise? Art defense. Okay. And a twin charm for Rokuro. I don't think he's done with the talisman yet, though. Yeah, he's still working on it. Did I actually? No, I didn't get anything out of it. Okay, well, that's cool too. I think the reward you get from a cat's chest depends on how many you've opened and not necessarily which one you've opened. Not entirely sure, never 100% of the cat's chests, so I have no idea.
This village seems much more run down than Helives was.
This is where the Abbey sends its malcontents. Don't conform.
Why are you patting the grass like that?
You'll end up here with the rest of the refuse.
And I take it the Abbey doesn't care what happens to this place.
So, disrupt their precious order, and you get banished?
Exactly. I'm sure they'd say it's all part of their notion of reason.
Oh yeah, That exorcist Eleanor said something like that.
After the Advent, the exorcist showed up to quell the tide of demons and to restore the human world. But demon blight keeps spreading, and the only places they can keep safe are a few of the bigger cities. There aren't enough exorcists to protect everyone.
When the going's tough, cut off any excess baggage. It's the rational thing to do.
I suppose so, but it's too heartless. And that right there, that's the Abbey for you. Humans aren't livestock, and we're not machines either. That's why some of us here, myself included, chose to live here of our own accord.
Guess there are all types of humans out there.
The important takeaway here is that exorcists are neither invincible nor infallible.
Like, what do you think you're gonna do by, like, rubbing the crop or whatever? It's not gonna grow. You're not gonna keep it warm that way. What nonsense is this? Anyway. Let's see what the weapon shop has. Not sure why this is cheaper. Seems kind of weird, but actually probably would rather have this particular amber blade. And then for Rokuro, let's get him this one. And then I think we're still working on, I think we have an amber belt, but we don't have an art defense +5 amber belt. I don't think it's worth the price, though. How much gold do we have? Oh, we have a lot. Okay, well, let's see. Oh, okay. I didn't quite catch what the Venatite did, but we did get, the shop to level up a little bit there, which basically means we've bought so much out of this place that they are willing to offer us a slight discount to things we purchase. Okay, I just did a little shopping there. Now we can pick this up and start heading on our way north.
Wait. My granddaughter said she spoke with you.
Hey, hold up. It's not like we threatened her or anything.
Don't worry, I know. I gather you intend to continue your travels, yes? Then take this. It's nothing fancy, but hopefully it helps.
And now we have a new menu feature, cooking. Basically, the way this works is that we've been gathering ingredients here and there, and when we go to cooking, we can mix those ingredients together to create certain dishes that have certain effects. You basically just automatically eat food when you have some sort of condition and it has some sort of an effect. So yeah, let's see. And then you can also choose who gets to cook. And depending on who is the cook, it might have some sort of a special effect. So having Rokuro cook, you can have him make it so that the burn chance that we get hit with, or the chance we get hit with burn is reduced by 40%, or we can have Velvet use stun.
It's nothing special.
Alternatively, if you just go cook and eat, you just automatically just eat whatever you cook. So auto cook is where basically you just cook after every battle, and their effects will carry on and essentially chain into battle after battle. So the trouble is, if you auto-cook a lot, then you might end up eating through all of your...
Now that hit the spot.
All of your ingredients, essentially.
Hey, Velvet, can I ask you a question?
You can do whatever you want, but just because you ask doesn't mean you're getting an answer.
So, about that whole apple thing, you can't taste anything?
Not entirely. I can taste blood.
Nothing else?
Nothing. And I don't think I can feel full either.
You don't think? You talk like you've never had a good meal before.
I haven't. Not normal food, at least. Not since I became a demon.
So, what have you been eating?
Please. You were in that prison with me.
I'm sorry.
Forget it. This is just what I am now. As long as I have a recipe, I can still cook. And now I don't even have to worry about how it tastes.
I suppose.
Food keeps my strength up. That's all I care about.
Oh yeah, the guy at that weapon shop gave me some booze for the trip. I nearly forgot about it.
You really think it's a good idea to drink when we've got demons to fight?
A little drink'll warm me up.
I thought you couldn't feel the cold.
That's true, I suppose. Well, I'm not drinking it anyway. I'm using it for something.
Like what? Got some wounds to clean?
That's one use for it, sure. But I've got something more practical in mind. By pouring it on the pegs that hold the blade and hilt together, the wood will swell and hold everything firmly in place in battle.
You've got such a one-track mind, I swear.
That's just the kind of demon I am.
You better get used to Rokuro saying that, because that's essentially his catchphrase. Not gonna lie. Let's set up an auto-cook for the prickle boar sausage.
You sure you want me for this?
So that way, since cooking only lasts for a single battle, then that way, after the next 5 battles, we'll be able to replenish our health and get a little bonus from it. Let's see, we can't do anything with that now, which is rather unfortunate, but oh well. Got a save point here that I will compulsively use, because why not? Oh, I don't even need to censor out the save menu anymore, because we've blown past all of my spoilerific saves. Not just from the previous LP attempt, but also my personal first playthrough file. Anyway, we've got more enemies over here with the octopuses. They're weak to an element we don't have access to, so wonderful. What type are they considered? Amorphous. I guess there's no fish type, huh? I'll probably end up switching back to Velvet really soon, since she does just make fighting faster, but for now we'll stick with Rokuro a little bit longer.
You won't get any pity or compassion from me.